minutes to the hour of 8 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Our next conversation is about RHAND Credit Union RED one-day training program. Joining us this morning in studio is the General Manager of RHAND Credit Union, Ainsley Andrews, and we have with us outreach team member Jehan Fermin from the RHAND Credit Union. I mean to make sure that I pronounce it correctly. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Okay, so we need to get into exactly what the RED program is, because as we were discussing off air, immediately when you hear the word RED, you think high alert.
Yes.
So what is the RED program?
Well, RED is really an acronym. It means RHAND Entrepreneurial Development. And it's really a program that the credit union developed as a contribution towards national development, and contributing towards the small and micro entrepreneurship sector, and also keeping in alignment with sustainable development goals that the UN promotes as well.
Right.
Yeah, so RHAND would be a first mover for the sector. We are providing a comprehensive package which will involve some training, keeping an alignment to member education. Then we get to do some funding to help you finance and support that business venture that you have or that you're thinking of. And then we get into a mentorship leg to help you ensure that you are successful in the use of the funds in the development of a business.
Are there any requisites that need to be fulfilled by those who apply?
For the one-day program, it's open to everybody, the general public. Yes. It's to get your feet wet, to get your appetite wet, to be sensitized as to what are the requirements to take your business to where you want it to go. And then moving on to the next leg of it, which is the comprehensive 6-week program, that is where you would need to become a member to participate in that leg of it.
Okay, so recapping, you don't have to be a member to come to the one day.
Correct.
However, for the 6 weeks, then you will need to take on a membership. But
Yes.
you're referencing businesses. So is it that all businesses this is open to? I know you said micro and small, but are there particular industries that you are looking at?
No, open to all industries. Whoever is listening to the program and has a business idea or has a small business and they're looking for some way to give them that push to get started or to expand, it's open to you.
Okay, Jehan, what has the feedback been like from, well, not just members, but those from outside of the credit union so far?
Our non-members has been ecstatic to come to the one-day program. They are interested in learning not just financial literacy, but having that support with them, growing their business, learning the tricks and the trades, the insights and the outs for small businesses and large businesses as well.
Do you have, have a lot of people already started to register?
We have a good number of starting to register already.
Wonderful. All right, Ainsley, let's come back to you in the conversation this morning. What is the long-term goal of this program?
The long-term goal, well, firstly, we are a credit union. Yes, so of course, our core fundamentals are about education and about giving credit. So we want to be able to get to that point where we can help persons get the credit to fund their business and pay it back on time. So to give you, one, to give you an opportunity to develop your own credit score. Two, to give you the opportunity to be able to, in doing things right, be able to use this business income to help you now qualify for your loan if you have to buy a house or buy a car. Because most times, persons who have the hustle, who have the small business, they don't have the kind of information structured in a manner that would allow them to use it to pursue their own personal economic dreams, you know?
Right. Why did RHAND decide to launch this now?
Well, why not now to start with, you know? The timing, the conversation has been in the air and is in the air about that focus on the small and micro businesses and that contribution to the local economy. To some extent, we would have heard some talk about how can those sectors contribute to even earning foreign income for the country. You know, so I think the timing is just right for RHAND as a credit union and as a member of corporate Trinidad to make that contribution towards that national economic goal.
And what sets RED apart from other business initiatives that we've been seeing?
I think two things. One, RHAND, well, we like to joke about RHAND being the Boy Scout Credit Union, yes?
Okay.
So we have a very strong reputation, so you know that whatever you're doing at RHAND is going to be genuine, and it's going to be seeking a member interest, and it's going to be making a definite contribution to those who are participating in it. The RED program in particular, the mentorship component is what's going to really set it apart. Because, as I said before, we're not just going to give you the money and say, okay, go and see what you could do about it. We're going to have persons that will be holding your hand during that first year of the disbursement to ensure, one, that the funds that they got, you were able to use it as laid out in your business plan to execute what you need to execute, because, of course, that is the time where the mistakes would be made. That would be the time where other competing non-business related interests, your fridge might break down, or something else might tempt you to use that money to do something else, and therefore it begins to deteriorate your ability to succeed in the business venture. You know,
it's important to be, as you said, being kept on the right track, especially as life does happen, and it's one of the most challenging things when you're starting a business. If you can, Jehan, walk us through what the 6 weeks looks like for the program itself. I know mentorship would have been mentioned particularly.
So the 6 weeks right now is getting the persons that enter the one-day program, like Ainsley said, not just holding your hands, but giving you the proper structure in acquiring the financial records so that you can then bank on your mortgages or apply for mortgages, apply for car loans with them, making sure that your business is checking all the boxes with regards to your taxes, everything like that.
And that's so important. You mentioned documents particularly. So are there any documents that need to be provided by those who are interested?
We do prefer if you have a registered business for a year. However, we do understand that a lot of small businesses are now getting their feet wet into it. So the one-day program specifically is open to the general public, but when you are entering that six-week program, you then have to have your business registered.
Okay, and will there be assistance to walk through that process as well? Guidance?
Yes.
Now, one of the things that really is key about this is the mentorship that you would have mentioned, Ainsley. In your experience, when small businesses come to the credit union, have you seen them become those success stories that we speak of?
We have, what I can say, we have many members who had businesses as a secondary income source and who have been quite successful. Are we talking here from persons who get into converting their home for rentals, persons who get into cleaning business and those kind of things like that. So we know we have, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some of those members who have been successful to even come in at some point during the 6 weeks to bring some level of inspiration to those persons who are in the program. Wonderful.
And for those who would like more information, Jehan, where can we get more information?
You can check our website at RHAND, that's RHAND.org.tt/events, or you can purchase your tickets, membership tickets, at islandetickets.com.
Membership tickets at islandetickets. That makes it sound incredibly interesting.
Yes,
all right. So changing the face of credit unions, that is for sure. Well, Ainsley and Jehan, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a pleasure to have you on set, and looking forward to another conversation, because I know we'll have some more success stories coming out of this.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Jehan Fermin and Ainsley Andrews here with us this morning from RHAND Credit Union, speaking about RED. You don't want to miss it. Go on to RHAND Credit Union's social media and website and get more information about their one-day training program. And stay tuned, there's more coming up after this break.